Do you often find yourself lost in your own fantasy world for hours, while neglecting your real life responsibilities and goals? Do you feel like you have no control over your imagination, and that it's taking over your life? If your answer is yes, then you might be suffering from a condition called maladaptive daydreaming. And if you want to learn how to overcome it and return to the real you, then keep watching this video. Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to summarize a book that has helped many people with maladaptive daydreaming. The book is called Solving Maladaptive Daydreaming, a step-by-step plan for returning to the real you by Alex Benoit. This book is written by a former maladaptive daydreamer who shares his own experience and strategy for overcoming his daydreams. It includes a 7-step method for tricks, a survey, a test, and some tips for dealing with relapses. It's a short and practical book that you can read in one sitting. But before I get into the summary of the book, let me briefly explain what maladaptive daydreaming is and how it affects people. I've already made a video on this topic, but in case you haven't seen it, maladaptive daydreaming is a term coined by Dr. Eli Summer, a clinical psychologist who first described it in 2002. It refers to a condition where people spend excessive amounts of time in vivid and immersive daydreams that interfere with their daily functioning and well-being. Maladaptive daydreamers often create elaborate scenarios and characters in their minds, and they feel emotionally attached to them. They also tend to use triggers such as music, movement, or objects to enhance their daydreams. Maladaptive daydreaming can be caused by various factors, such as trauma, stress, loneliness, boredom, or dissatisfaction with one's life. Maladaptive daydreaming can have negative consequences on one's mental and physical health, such as anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, social isolation, poor concentration, insomnia, headaches, eye strain, addiction. Maladaptive daydreaming can also affect one's personal and professional life through missing deadlines, failing exams, losing jobs, neglecting relationships, forgetting appointments, wasting time. So if you're struggling with maladaptive daydreaming, you might be wondering, how can I stop it? How can I regain control over my mind and my life? Well, that's exactly what this book is going to teach you. So without further ado, let's dive into the summary of Solving Maladaptive Daydreaming, a step-by-step plan for returning to the real you by Alex Benoit. The book is divided into 4 parts. Part 1. Understanding Maladaptive Daydreaming. In this part, the author explains what maladaptive daydreaming is, how it differs from normal daydreaming, what causes it, what are its symptoms and effects, and how to diagnose it. He also shares his own story of how he developed maladaptive daydreaming as a child and how it affected his life as an adult. He says that he used to spend up to 10 hours a day in his daydreams, and that he felt like he was living in 2 parallel worlds, one real and one imaginary. He says that he felt more alive and happy in his imaginary world than in his real one. The author also introduces 2 tools that can help you understand your maladaptive daydreams better: the Maladaptive Daydreaming Survey and the Maladaptive Daydreams Test. The survey consists of 20 questions that ask you about your daydreams, such as, how often do you daydream? How long do your daydreams last? How vivid are your daydreams? How emotionally involved are you in your daydreams? How much do your daydreams interfere with your life? The test consists of 10 statements that measure your level of maladaptive daydreaming. Here are some examples. I often prefer my daydreams over reality. I feel guilty or ashamed of my daydreams. I have trouble stopping my daydreams. I have tried to reduce or stop my daydreams but failed. I feel like I have a secret life that no one knows about. The author provides the answers and scores for both the survey and the test, and he also includes the results of hundreds of other maladaptive daydreamers who have taken them. He says that these tools can help you assess your situation and motivate you to change. Part 2. The 7-Step Method. In this part, the author presents his 7-step method for overcoming maladaptive daydreaming. He says that this method is based on his own experience and research, and that it has worked for him and many others. He says that this method is not a quick fix or a magic bullet, but rather a process that requires commitment, discipline, and patience. He also says that this method is not meant to eliminate daydreaming altogether, but rather to make it healthy and balanced. He says that the goal is to transform your maladaptive daydreams into adaptive ones, which are shorter, less frequent, less vivid, less emotional, less intrusive, more positive, more realistic. The 7 steps are: Step 1. Identify your triggers. The first step is to identify what triggers your maladaptive daydreams. Triggers are anything that stimulates or enhances your daydreams, such as music, movement, objects, places, people, memories, emotions. The author says that you need to be aware of your triggers and how they affect you. He says that you need to keep a journal or a log of your daydreams, and write down when, where, how, and why you daydream. He says that this will help you recognize your patterns and habits, and also help you measure your progress. Step 2. Eliminate or reduce your triggers. The second step is to eliminate or reduce your triggers as much as possible. The author says that this is the most difficult and important step, because it requires you to make changes in your environment and behavior. He says that you need to avoid or limit the things that trigger your daydreams, such as listening to music, pacing or rocking, holding or touching objects, going to certain places, seeing certain people, dwelling on certain memories, feeling certain emotions. The author says that you need to replace your triggers with alternative activities that are more productive and fulfilling. For example, reading, writing, drawing, playing games, exercising, meditating, and socializing. The author says that you need to be creative and flexible in finding new ways to occupy your time and mind. He says that you need to experiment and see what works for you. Step 3. Use the 4 tricks. The third step is to use the 4 tricks that the author has discovered to fool your brain into abandoning your maladaptive daydreams. He says that these tricks are simple but effective, and that they can work for anyone. He says that these tricks are: Trick 1. The countdown. This trick involves counting down from 10 to 0 whenever you catch yourself daydreaming. The author says that this trick works because it interrupts your daydreams and forces you to focus on something else. He says that you need to count out loud or in your head, and do it as fast as possible. Trick 2. The mantra. This trick involves repeating a phrase or a word over and over again whenever you catch yourself daydreaming. The author says that this trick works because it blocks out your daydreams and replaces them with something else. He says that you need to choose a mantra that is meaningful and motivational for you, such as I am here, I am real, I am alive, I am strong, I can do this. Trick 3. The switch. This trick involves switching your daydreams from something unrealistic and negative to something realistic and positive whenever you catch yourself daydreaming. The author says that this trick works because it changes the content and tone of your daydreams and makes them more adaptive. He says that you need to switch your daydreams by asking yourself questions such as, what is the reality of this situation? What is the best outcome of this situation? What can I do to achieve this outcome? How would I feel if I achieved this outcome? Trick 4. The reward. This trick involves rewarding yourself for not daydreaming or for reducing your daydreaming whenever you achieve a goal or a milestone. The author says that this trick works because it reinforces your positive behavior and motivates you to keep going. He says that you need to reward yourself with something that is enjoyable and healthy for you, such as eating a snack, watching a show, playing a game, buying something, doing something fun. The author says that you need to use these tricks consistently and persistently until they become automatic and habitual. Step 4. Change your mindset. The fourth step is to change your mindset about your maladaptive daydreams. The author says that this step is crucial because it affects how you view yourself and your situation. He says that you need to adopt a mindset that is realistic, positive, and empowering. He says that you need to change your mindset by accepting your maladaptive daydreams as a part of you, but not defining you. Acknowledging your maladaptive daydreams as a problem, but not a curse. Appreciating your maladaptive daydreams as a gift, but not a crutch. Challenging your maladaptive daydreams as an obstacle, but not a barrier. Conquering your maladaptive daydreams as a goal, but not a destination. The author says that you need to change your mindset by using affirmations, visualizations, and self-talk that support your new perspective. He says that you need to repeat them daily and believe in them fully. Step 5. Find your purpose. The fifth step is to find your purpose in life. The author says that this step is essential because it gives you a direction and a motivation to live in the real world. He says that you need to find your purpose by exploring your passions and interests, discovering your strengths and talents, developing your skills and abilities, pursuing your dreams and goals. The author says that you need to find your purpose by asking yourself questions such as, what do I love to do? What am I good at? What do I want to learn? What do I want to achieve? How can I help others? The author says that you need to find your purpose by taking action and making plans that align with your vision. He says that you need to follow your purpose with passion and dedication. Step 6. Connect with others. The sixth step is to connect with others who can support you and understand you. The author says that this step is important because it helps you overcome loneliness and isolation, which are common causes and effects of maladaptive daydreaming. He says that you need to connect with others by reaching out to your family and friends, joining online or offline communities and groups, seeking professional help or counseling. The author says that you need to connect with others by being honest, open, and respectful. He says that you need to connect with others by giving and receiving feedback, advice, and encouragement. Step 7. Celebrate your progress. The seventh and final step is to celebrate your progress and achievements. The author says that this step is vital because it boosts your confidence and happiness, which are key factors for overcoming maladaptive daydreaming. He says that you need to celebrate your progress by tracking your results and improvements, rewarding yourself for reaching milestones, reviewing your challenges and successes, expressing gratitude for what you have, inspiring others with what you've done. The author says that you need to celebrate your progress by being proud, humble, and grateful. He says that you need to celebrate your progress by enjoying the journey and the destination. Two final parts of the book are more supplementary and optional, and they contain some additional information and resources that might be useful for some readers. Part 3 is called The Maladaptive Daydreaming Community, and it talks about the online forums, websites, blogs, and podcasts that are dedicated to maladaptive daydreaming. Part 4 is called Further Reading, and it lists some books, articles, and videos that are related to maladaptive daydreaming or that can help with personal development. And that's it. That's the summary of Solving Maladaptive Daydreaming, a step-by-step plan for returning to the real you by Alex Benoit. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. But before I end this video, I want to leave you with one final message: you are not alone. You are not crazy. You are not hopeless. You are not doomed. You are a maladaptive daydreamer, but you are also so much more. You are a human being with infinite potential and possibilities. You have the power and the choice to change your life for the better. You have the courage and the will to overcome any challenge. You have the purpose and the passion to live in the real world. You have the support and the love of others who care about you. And most importantly, you have yourself, the real you. So don't let your maladaptive daydreams hold you back from being who you really are. Don't let them rob you of the precious moments of reality. Don't let them distract you from the amazing opportunities of life. Instead, use them as a tool, a guide, a friend, a teacher. Use them to help you grow, learn, create, and achieve. Use them to help you become a better version of yourself. Remember, you are the master of your mind, and you are the creator of your reality. So make it a good one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.